Welcome to the space where reflection meets accountability, where real conversations challenge the way we think, speak, and show up in the world. This is a place for growth, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So take a breath, slow down for a moment, and let's get into today's reflection. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Rosie, and thanks for joining me on Elevate and Glow. Let's talk about a fear most people don't admit out loud. What if I grow and the people in my life don't grow with me? I can tell you from experience, this one hits home. It was important for me to change. As you grow, you realize your habits have to change. That includes people, places, and things. You start to find a disinterest in some of them, so it becomes a lonely journey because the things you often found enjoyment in and the people you surrounded yourself with start to fall away, and you're searching for that comfort, but you realize it's not within the things that you used to enjoy. Personal growth sounds exciting until it starts to cost you something. Your habits change. Your mindset shifts. Your boundaries get stronger, and suddenly, the life you once fit into starts to feel tight. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like you're evolving, but your environment is staying the same? Same conversations, same patterns, same expectations. And now you're stuck between two versions of your life, who you've been and who you're becoming. Here's the truth. Growth often requires separation. Not always permanently, but emotionally, energetically, and sometimes even physically. And that's where fear comes in. Here's a question for you. Are you afraid of losing people or afraid of being alone if you do? Because those are two very different fears. One is about connection, and the other is about identity. Let's break this down.
3, 2, 1.
When you start changing your habits, you're not just changing routines. You're changing what you tolerate, what you engage in, and what you prioritize. And not everyone will understand that shift. Some people may say,
"You've changed. Oh, you think you're better now. You don't come around like you used to."
and again, they're not entirely wrong. You have changed. But growth isn't about becoming better than people. It's about becoming better for yourself. Here's a moment of reflection. Where in your life are you holding yourself back just to maintain comfort with others? Because here's the tension. You want to grow, but you don't want to lose connection. So you compromise. You shrink. You revisit old habits. You silence new parts of yourself just to keep things the same. But here's the cost of that. Every time you abandon your growth, you abandon yourself. And over time, that creates resentment, not just towards others, but toward you. Let's reframe this. Outgrowing people doesn't always mean leaving them behind, but it does mean you can't keep meeting them at a level you've outgrown. So what do? Number one, accept that not all relationships are meant to evolve with you. Some were built for a different version of you, and that's okay. Number two, stop trying to force alignment. Growth is personal. Not everyone is on the same timeline. Number three, honor your new standards, even if it creates distance, even if it feels uncomfortable. Number four, make space for new connections, because when you grow, your environment has to change too. Let me ask you something deeper. What kind of life are you trying to build? And do your current habits and relationships support it? Because if they don't, you're going to feel that misalignment every single day. Here's a moment of truth. Letting go doesn't always look like a dramatic exit. Sometimes it looks like showing up less, engaging differently, or just choosing yourself quietly. And yes, it can feel lonely at first because you're no longer who you were, but you're not fully settled into who you're becoming yet. And that uncomfortable space is called transition. And most people quit right there. They go back to what's familiar, even if it no longer fulfills them. Here's a final reflection. Are you willing to feel temporary loneliness for long-term alignment? Because growth will ask that of you. Here's a closing question. If you knew your future depended on the habits you build and the people you surround yourself with, what would you be willing to release today? Because the life you want requires a version of you that can let go. If this resonated with you, take one honest step today. Not to cut everyone off, but to stop holding yourself back. Growth isn't just about adding new things into your life. Sometimes it's about having the courage to outgrow what no longer fits. Thanks for listening. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and keep growing. Elevate and glow.